Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope.
Yo, 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 what up, everybody? Happy hump day. It's your boy. This is a B4Real Media presents The Fit Down. I'm your boy, Fatboy Yogi. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We got Gary in the building. What up, Gary? We got Vaughn in the house. What up, Vaughn? We got Barber in the house. What up, Skull for Life? Man, just like that, I tell you guys, I had all this stuff planned out. We got Bob Sweet in the building. I had all this stuff planned out. I had my Excel spreadsheet all worked up. And just like that, wouldn't you know, Rondell Moore agrees to terms, a 1-year deal. I'm not sure how much money it is yet. It just posted as I was getting ready to go live tonight. So haven't seen the money. If anybody has seen the money, let me know in the chats. Yeah. So even with that signing, it ain't gonna change too much what I had planned for tonight. But tonight might upset some people and it might not, but we're here to talk about it. You give me your comments or thoughts in the comments as we go about this. Let me share my screen. Boom. Switch to this. But Rondell Moore has signed with the Vikings. Already updated it on the Excel spreadsheet. Let's see here. I got him on kick return, punt return, duking it out with Isaiah Rodgers. Yes, he will compete for wide receiver 3. I just threw him up real quick, just so you guys can see. So what I wanted to do tonight is you guys been seeing me post my spreadsheet, but I'm going to break it down for you. It's kind of what I would like to see happen. So players in the lime green are players to draft. Orange is free agent players that we've signed. Tim Jones, Ryan Kelly, Will Fries, Justin Scully, Rondell Moore, the most current one. We got Jonathan Allen, Eric Wilson, Isaiah Rodgers, Taveri Thomas, Jeff Okudah, Javon Hargrave. All right. Blue players we traded for. Purplish color is re-signed players like Jalen Hardman. We got Mike Sports Vibes in the building. What up, what up, what up, Mike? Uh, special teams, wish list. Uh, I got practice squad players on here, and the dark green is going to be 90-man rosters. So it'll update, shift around players, and it'll be a continuous work in progress. But I feel this way, it gives you, I mean, we could do mock drafts, stuff like that. Go get this player, go get this player. All is good, Mike. All is good. God bless to you, my bro. But I think this way, when we talk about players and actually getting them, I wanted to show you guys what the 53 man roster would look like, practice squad players, and 90-man roster. And as the 90-man roster dwindles down, we'll take it off. So let's break down the offense right now. So I can explain before I go get into my draft, because you see the players I drafted. I'm going to show you how I got there and what we did to get there and the reason by it. All right. So for the offensive line, left tackle, we got Christian Darrisaw. I really believe you'll see I didn't draft any offensive linemen. I really believe the Vikings are going to have a competition between Blake Brandel and Walter Rouse for that left guard position. We got Ryan Kelly at the center with Michael Juergens backing him up. We got Will Fries as a guard. I got Henry Bird as a practice squad backing him up. We got Brian O'Neill. Now, Brian O'Neill is someone I think we should restructure his contract. And we got Justin Scully as the swing tackle. All right. So for running back, we re-signed Aaron Jones. We traded for Jordan Mason. And I do think in the draft, the running back depth in this year's draft is so deep right now that we could take one later. So my wish list, I do kind of wish we still go get Tyler Lockett or even DJ Shark. So Tyler Lockett or DJ Shark. Right now, the backup quarterback I would want is Joe Flacco. You guys let me know in the comments, what backup quarterback do you want? Right now, I'm going with Joe Flacco. I wouldn't be too mad if we got like a Drew Lock or somebody, because JJ McCarthy is our QB1. That Aaron Rodgers, there was conversations. He wants more money than the Vikings were willing to give him. So hopefully that is put to rest. I don't want to hear about Kirk Cousins coming back. I mean, if he does at the vet minimum, cool. If not, kick rocks. Skull for Life Barber says, I still want to draft a running back. Yes. I would want to. Gary says Flacco because he embraces his true role. Yeah, and he has Super Bowl experience. He's won one. Has he won one or two? Let me know in the chats. Has Flacco won one or two Super Bowls? But exactly, Gary. That's why I would want Flacco in the back. He can win you some games if JJ McCarthy does go out, but he knows his role is there to, help JJ. So for tonight's purposes, let me bring up all the mocks I do tonight are going to have these stipulations for tonight's mocks. So right now, there are 2 players that I'm willing to trade off. And you guys are going to be mad. I don't know. But the first player is going to be. Let me get to it. Andrew Van Ginkel. I think he won the Pro Bowl last year, or went to the Pro Bowl last year. All right. This is his last year of the contract. Okay. But he is a player that I really think the Vikings should consider trading. All right. And the reason for that is we drafted Dallas Turner in the first round. And I'm tired of people of saying, well, Dallas Turner didn't play that much. Dallas Turner didn't play that much, blah, 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 blah. Well, he's playing behind Andrew Van Ginkel. Trade Andrew Van Ginkel. And as you can see over here, I got Dallas Turner starting. All right. So I will go over. So tonight's stipulations for all the mocks we do tonight. Okay. Are the first one. We traded back. We're trading back, y'all. We're trading back. We're trading back with the Browns. We're picking up their pick 33. We're dropping down to pick 33. And we're picking up pick 67. All right. We're picking up a second round and a third round to drop back 9 spots. All right. So that's one stipulation of tonight's mocks. The other stipulation is our 5th round, 139. We're trading with the Chargers. What up, Zoe? How you feeling tonight? We're trading with the Chargers for pick 158 and 199 because I want to walk out this draft. We only got 4 picks right now. I want to walk out this draft with 7 players. So I'd be a happy man if we could walk out this draft with 7 players. The other stipulation is we're trading Andrew Van Ginkel to the Cardinals for a 3rd round pick. All right. So those are the 3 stipulations that we'll be using. All right. So as you can see on the board, with those stipulations, all right, with those stipulations for, let me bring it down. Pick 33, I was able to get Xavier Watts. Okay. Pick 67, I was able to get Zy Alexander. So on this one, so I got a paper. I got two mocks. So on the first one, both of them, I was able to get Xavier Watts at pick 33. At pick 67, on one of them, I was able to get defensive back Benjamin Morrison. Then on another one, I was able to get defensive back Zay Alexander from LSU. Okay. So at round 3, pick 78, I went tight end both times. The the first one I was able to get tight end Terrence Ferguson from Oregon, and the second time I was able to get tight end Gunnar Helm from Texas. On both drafts, I was able to get defensive interior Riley Mills. If you guys haven't looked up Riley Mills, check him out. Check him out. With Javon Hargrave being on a 2-year deal, he would be able to easily replace him when Hargrave is gone. Bite-sized Vikes. Yeah, I like Maxwell as well. Um, round 5, pick 158. On one of them, I was able to get Brashard Smith, running back. And I was on the other one, I was able to get Bashal Tootin. All right. Then on both of them, at linebacker, I was able to get Jay Higgins. And even though we just signed Rondale Moore, all right, Norse put me on Shamiri Dyke, wide receiver. Even if we draft him, get in here, have him compete, earn a spot. He looks that good. All right. So those were the ones on the draft. When I got home, I put in those same stipulations. All right. And I was able to get this draft. All with the same stipulations. We were able to get Nick Imanwari, DB Darian Porter, tight end Elijah Arroyo, defensive line Jamari Caldwell, linebacker Kobe King, running back RJ Harvey, and wide receiver. What up, Adam? Happy hump day. And wide receiver Dante Thornton. All right. So this is what we're going to do, guys. How do I make a poll? All right. So what I'm going to do, with those stipulations, because tonight is all, I know Gary don't like it, but tonight's all about trading Andrew Van Ginkel. So what I will do, If anybody wants to jump on the chat, I'll do one person at a time to do a mock with those stipulations. I'll drop the link in the chat. All right. We'll do one person at a time. That way we could, you know, get it together. We'll do those stipulations and we'll see how your mock and see where it goes. Here I'm gonna I want to start a poll too. Yeah, the Niners are looking like they're going to be straight dog doo doo. All right, I added a little poll in the chat too. Let me know. Would you trade 2 first-round picks, a first this year, a first next year, for Sauce Gardner and a second-round pick this year? Hit that poll up. All right, so while we're here, let me get it set up. Bum, 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 bum. All right, Minnesota Vikings enter draft. All right, make a trade. Browns. Offer trade. Decide. Eric from New Mexico. How's it going? Happy hump day. Let's go. I'm really excited about this offseason. And the reason why, I'll let you guys know. If I'm Quasi right now and I haven't gotten an extension, I'm going balls to the wall and just putting all my chips in the chips on the table and going for it. You know what I mean? With this, he got us out of cap hell. He got rid of all those old contracts. He bolstered up our offensive line. He bolstered up our defensive line. He brought back some key players in Aaron Jones, Byron Murphy. Why not? Boom. Gary said he would love the mock. Yeah, I dropped the link in the chat, Gary. Here, I'll do it again. Boom. There's the link. Okay. What did I? Oh, so I got that. Boom. Gary, my brother.
I'll tell you, Yogi. I'll tell you, Yogi. I've loved you for a number of years now for many different reasons, but I will tell you this straight up, and homies, you have to hear me. You got to watch this guy that happens to be the director of personnel for a professional football team. This dude can draft, and if you're giving me the opportunity in which to draft with Yogi, I'll take that chance any day, all day. I see at least a C minus.
And you know what? Since you're Papa Gary and you
Hey,
get special treatment,
where's my camera better? Is it better vertical or?
uh, vertical is fine. All we gotta do is see your pretty face.
Oh, listen. There's no pretty face here, brother. The only thing I got pretty left is the memories that I have of all my schoolmates. That's the prettiest thing I have left in my life.
So since you are Papa Gary and you're anti-trade Andrew Van Ginkel, that's the only thing I won't put
Well,
in the map.
no, 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 no. Hang on a second, Yogi. What I said is we should have conversations about things. You know what I mean? So if we're, I mean, I see the value of trading him right now. I mean, come on, Pro Bowler coming off. I mean, we got him for one more year. We can get something for this. Let's take a look at what we could get for him before we say no. You know what I mean?
Right. So I've been trading him for a third round pick to the Arizona Cardinals. And that one has been going that trade has been going through. And the reason why I picked the Cardinals, they need a linebacker and they have the cap space to get it done. So
Well, we
that's my logic with Andrew Van Ginkel to the
Well,
card.
I'll tell you right now, Yogi, I think your logic goes a little bit further than that. I mean, we have him last year and this year. This is his last year. So we can trade him this year or just let him go and maybe get a fifth or sixth comp pick. I mean, at this point, guess what we have behind him? Who do we have behind him, right?
Dallas Turner.
Come on. Why wouldn't we get a little something, something? I'm a firm believer in you, Yogi, that there's a lot of trades that we should have made a year or two earlier than just letting them go. I
Yeah.
love the take this you're doing. And, dude, I'm telling you right now, you own this, run it. Let's have some fun, dude.
All right. So let's Andrew Van Ginkel, come on down. Boom. Arizona Cardinals, come on down. And we want pick 78. Offer trade. Decide. Trade accepted. All right. So now
Now,
we are
did
getting
you force, Yogi, did you force that or was that legit take?
that's legit. That is legit. So now we got so so now what we're rocking with
Hang
is
on. So, what I'm gonna do right now, bro, is I'm gonna try to zoom in. Give me. I'm on my phone here, right?
okay.
So nope, I can't zoom in. So if you could tell me what we have on our, if you could tell me what we have on our big board first.
I will do that. Let me give you we moved back. So we got pick 33,
Nice,
pick, third round pick 67, third round pick
Yogi.
78, third round pick 97, fifth round pick 158, and now we have two sixth-round picks. Pick
Wait a
187.
minute. Wait a minute. So are we just on the show of the Vikings where we rape and pillage everybody? Did you really get that many third rounders out of that draft, dude?
Yeah.
Attaboy, let's do it. Let's run it. This is fun.
All right.
Let's
So let's
go.
start draft. Boom. And what I've been doing, I don't do any more trades. I just want those 7 players, stick and pick.
Right?
All right. So
I don't
some of
want to
the top
pull. I
players.
don't want to pull Spielman where we go down and get a bunch of free agents and pay more for them. I love what you're doing. You traded back enough to get our 7 because that's what a normal draft is, bro. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So we got uh I'll start reading them down the list. Tyler Warren, tight end, Penn State.
Oh,
Nick
jeez.
Nick Amonwari, safety, South Carolina.
Oh.
Kenneth Grant,
Are
uh,
you kidding me?
defensive tackle. Now this is at pick 33. I think Kenneth
Wait, so
Grant.
you're telling me we can't draft back one more time? Is Gray Zabel up there too, dude? Is
He
Gray
is
Zabel
not.
up there still?
Gray Zabel got picked. Let's see here. Pick 21. So even before pick
All right.
24, Gray Zabel got picked.
Okay.
Wide receiver Emeka Egbuka. DB Siobhan Ravel. Safety Malachi Starks is still there. And Amarian Hampton, running back. Tyler Booker is still there. And Jahad Campbell is still there. So
All right. So Yogi, I have to ask you a question. So you're dead set on that okay, wait a minute. We cannot draft back because we already did it once. This is exactly where we draft back. Look at all those people. We can draft back 6, 7 and get a couple thirds or one third
yeah,
and a fourth or fifth. Why would we not consider that at this point?
yeah.
There's a lot of studs there, Yogi.
And a lot of with the pro days happening and after the combine, some of these people that we thought were going to be at the top, some are falling down and other players are moving up in the pro days via the mock simulators and stuff like that. But like a Kenneth Grant, I mean,
We can't pass up Grant, can we? Let's be honest.
no.
No, take him.
All right.
We have no choice but to come on. Okay. He may not be the best, rusher up the middle to get pressures and stuff like that, but you want to see a beast that's going to get double teamed every down. You want to see a guy that's going to stop the run. You want to see a guy that's going to allow stunts to go up to get to the quarterback. That's your man. And guess
And
what? He's going to be cheap for 5 years in all reality, Yogi.
now imagine this. We get Kenneth Grant. What can that give Flores? The flexibility to go to a 4-3 too.
I'll tell you, it's going to give the flexibility of the little girl that Zimmer's girlfriend is doing. It's going to give yoga flexibility. I'll take it.
Imagine this. Hargrave, Kenneth Grant, Harrison Phillips, and Jonathan Allen, the front four. Cashman, middle linebacker, with Dallas Turner and either Jonathan Grenard as the other outside linebacker.
And then let's go back. Let's go to the secondary too, Yogi. Come on.
Byron Murphy,
Come
Isaiah
on.
Rodgers, uh,
Hey, you know
Metellus.
what? You know what? Honestly, Isaiah Rodgers, I'm telling you, you go back and watch film on that guy. That guy is sticky. I'm telling you, he is. He's not going to be a total liability for the rest of the year. He won't be.
Exactly.
Especially
All
when
right.
you put him with Brian's with Beeflo's intellectual defensive schematics. It's going to be wonderful what he can potentially do. Now, it's potential.
All right, Kenneth Grant, come on down. You are a Minnesota Viking. All
And you picked up extra draft points, buddy. Let's go.
All right. So now we're in the third round. All right.
Which
We
pick?
have
What number? Are we still at 97?
we're at pick 67. So we got
Oh,
pick
beautiful.
67, 78, and 97. So here's some of the Xavier Watts, safety from Notre Dame, is
Oh,
on there.
God.
Trayvon Henderson, running back, is still there. Wide receiver Xavier Restipro is still there. Quinshawn Judkins. If we did want to go guard to where's he at? Tate Ratledge is still there. Uh DB Maxwell Hairston, bite sized Vikes brought him up. Hey Steve, is still there. If people haven't been looking at Darian Porter, DB is still there.
Well, hey, Zoe, or I called you Zoe. Sorry, Yogi. Can I have you a favor? There's a lot of people that don't understand the individual that you just shared. Could you give them your leader's recon on what that individual really is? Because I'm telling you, that's a name that a lot of people don't understand.
On which one?
The last one that you just said. I'm sorry, my strokes make me forget.
Darian Porter.
Porter. Yep, Porter. Yep.
Oh yeah.
He's long, he's lean, he's fast, he's strong, he's up front in your face. That's a guy that I would take. I don't know if I'd take him right here though. Honestly, he's going to drop a bit. I think. What do you think?
I think he. I mean, at 67, I think we could get him later.
I do
But
too, bud.
boom, this is why I love this site. He's 6'3",
Come
195.
on.
Let's see here. Ran a 4.340, 4.04 shuttle. Quarterback rating when targeted 18.2. Zone coverage, he's got a 79% grade. Man press, freaking
And and
Flores
and
loves his
and hey,
man press.
Yogi, let me ask you this: How many times have you seen him just lay somebody out? He's
A lot.
Hitman Junior. You know what I mean? I would love that guy. How far down do we have to go to get him? Is there a trade that we could do? Just move down just a little bit and still get
No more
him
trades.
and another.
No more
It's worth a
trades.
look.
No. I mean, uh, I'm using the same mock-up for all the drafts tonight. all the same trades. So I've been sticking and picking and just to see what the roster would look like with those trades.
I
But
respect that, Yogi. Hey, this is your show, dude. I'm just jumping in, trying to have some fun. You know what I mean?
oh no, not a problem. So do you like Trayvon Henderson, or do you think we could get a running back later?
Well, no, that's kind of a deep question. So let's take a look at what we got now. We got two DBs. We have two Bs now that could do us good. But I'll tell you right now, let's be honest. Jones ain't going to be around for long. And when I take a look at how McCarthy came up, and I would really like to see, and McCarthy came up in a running game that it
Right.
would open up the game for him, all right? And I kind of want to continuously see that for him. And KOC is, let's throw, let's throw, let's throw. I'd like to see a little pass game here. But with that said, at this point, I think that we could really get somebody of quality a little bit later. I'd like to
Okay.
see what we're looking at for a couple other positions here of true value at this point. Because, hey, look at what we've done in free agency. Let's take a look at BPA. You know what I mean? Just for shits and giggles.
So the best according to this ranking, the BPA player right now is Xavier Watts, safety, Notre Dame.
Do you have any thoughts about that? I know the whole chat is saying, what, thank God it's not Georgia. Otherwise, we'd never consider a safety. You know what I mean? What do you think about taking a safety here? Knowing that we're getting a little weak, we're getting a little old. What are your thoughts, Yogi?
If Let me see. Can you see that? Oh no. Oh wait. Oh, wrong camera.
Ha! Do your thing, brother. I get it. Yeah, that's my Yogi. Do your thing, brother. Do it.
If we could get Kenneth Grant, then Xavier Watts right here.
Come on,
Oh,
dude.
my fat ass would be running up to the podium.
Well, I'll tell you right now, I will do everything in my power to run my fat ass up there too. I might be crutched up, but I'll be able to do it.
And look who's still there. Running back Trayvon. See, now that we
Come
got
on.
3 third-round picks, top of the board, Trayvon Henderson.
Well,
Come on down.
can you really pass? I mean, okay, wait. But I want the chat to hear. Tell me what you leave about Trayvon. Come on, there's a lot of things that would build in great with the three people we have and the two people. Why do you think he would be a great fit?
I just as you said, Aaron Jones, when healthy, is awesome. But from last season, what I could see, it's taking a toll on his body to
It
where
is.
now that we got Jordan Mason, if we got Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason as the 1-2 punch, to
I'll
where
tell
when
you right
Aaron
now.
Jones gets hurt or is sore, we got Jordan Mason, Trayvon Henderson as a 1-2 punch.
I'll tell you right now, Yogi. You and I are in agreement 100% on this. We for the future, we need to pop that beast. We do.
All
Take
right,
that,
Trayvon Henderson, come on down. And guess what,
boy.
chat?
We're getting more. We're getting more beef into this team here, brother.
Guess what, chat? We have another third round pick still to play with.
Hey, what do you think that we let the chat pick this one, huh?
All right, chat. So right now we got Kenneth Grant, Xavier Watts, safety from Notre Dame,
God, that's his
and
dream so
running back
far.
Trayvon Henderson. We got 4 more picks left. We're in the third round pick right now. We got a 5th and 2 6. Um, Chat. Let me know in the chat. Where do you think we should?
What position do you think we should go for, chat? We got running
Let
back, we got cornerback, we get the hey, we need some O line.
O line.
Well, no, let the chat do it. I'm out of this at
Yep.
this point.
Let's see here.
You know, Yogi, I'm really sorry. I just wanted to sit back and see one of your mocks, to be honest with you. And here I am thrusting my opinion into it because your mocks are awesome.
Oh
But
no,
maybe I can help us get to one that I would feel comfortable at your level.
Darian says. Darian says, "Go get another D lineman." All right. So, all right, let's take a look at D lineman. If he's there, he's not there. Um, all
You
right,
know,
let's
can I just throw something out here, if you would just give me an opportunity in which to say this? One thing that I think of is that people have been overlooking is, dude, we don't have a lot of depth at interior linebacker. We don't have a lot of depth at tight ends. I mean, I'm not saying that I want to do it at this point, but this might be a really good point where we look at two. I mean, those are two true needs of our team that's being overlooked because we filled everything else up. You know what I mean?
now that you brought up linebacker, we might be able to get him with the next pick. But this guy right here, Jeffrey Bassa, he's a safety turn
I'll take
linebacker.
Bassa anytime.
Yes. Good in coverage, and he's not afraid to hit.
All right,
And
so now do you see him, Yogi, taking over for Cashman, or do you see him taking over for Pace?
pace,
I do
pace.
too. I do. But we also need some backup for Cashman. You know, he is injury prone, and guess what? He's half my age, so I know he's starting to feel things in his bones. You know what I mean?
That's who we got, Eric Wilson.
Yeah, but okay, let's be honest. Okay, he's a little younger. Hey, am I glad we got him back? Absolutely yes. Will he be functionable? Absolutely yes. Is he going to be a Cashman? Man, I would love him to be. I don't think we have anybody on our team that is going to be a Cashman.
Yeah.
I'm
Cashman
just
is a
saying.
when we got him last year, I was like, oh my gosh. Uh Let's Skull says Alexander is the pick. Let's see here.
Is
Zy Alexander.
Alexander really still there?
Oh, come on down.
Is Alexander really still there?
He's really still there.
Oh my God, this is going to be an A, dude. I'm telling you, this is going to be an A.
All right, let's Skull. I'm assuming that's Keith. Zy Alexander, come on down. You are a Minnesota Viking. Come on down. All right. So we got defensive tackle. We got some young blood on the D line. We got safety, which could be uh just like Harrison Smith, a Notre Dame safety, could be our safety for 14 more years. We got running back Trayvon Henderson and the Let's Skull pick DB Zy Alexander. So you were saying linebacker?
I want to
So
go linebacker here. We truly need some linebacker. Okay, no. Wait. With that said, you know what? I really want you, Yogi, because you're the master of this. If the value isn't there, let's get BPA. You know what I mean? If there's
right.
a guy there, I mean, we need help there. We do. But I want you to choose this.
All right. If see the linebacker I really like, we'll be able to get at pick 187.
But then you know what you need to do, bro. Run the board, dude. Hey, Quasi, do your thing.
All right. So so right now we got D tackle, safety. What what tight ends are still there?
We need to look at a tight end, and also we need to get O line as well too for backup.
All right. So I haven't really watched Mitchell Evans or Jake Brenningstool,
To be
but
honest with you, Yogi, to be honest with you, I know nothing, zero about those boys. So this is all on you, Ray, at this point.
so I even think I do like CJ Dupree and Aronde Gatson. So we could get either one of those two at pick 199. And at pick 187, we could grab the linebacker.
Okay, so what do we have for a draft here to be able to move down for a couple more of those boys?
Let's see here.
Yeah, what do
O-line.
we have for? No, I'm sorry. What do we have for a trade? I mean,
Let's
we
see.
could really sweeten things up here, buddy.
Let's see. Do we got any trade offers?
Yeah, we do.
Let's see. Is there a way to pull back up the trade offers? Let me see here.
Hey, Yogi, don't worry about it. You just trust your gut instinct. You do your thing, all right?
Now, how you
But
feel
man,
about
if
the
we
run?
if we can move back 10 spots, look at what we're getting. You know what I mean?
Let's see. Oh, you know what? No. Never mind. Never mind. um, I would I would almost say no.
So what are the positions we've got so far? Again, we've got
We got
DT.
DT,
We've done the
safety,
trenches.
running back,
Yep.
uh, and uh, Zy Alexander. You know what?
I know exactly where you're going. Do it. Pull it up, dude. I know exactly where you're going.
You know what? He's the top. He's the top D lineman still on the board. Jamari Codwell, and oh my gosh,
Like I'm telling you, dude, we could trade back 2, 3 spots and get 2 or 3 of these guys for giving up and get. Oh, it's a thought. Anyways, go ahead. If I
let's
was
see.
Quasi, I'd be seriously considering this right now. We could
Okay,
trade back 5 and oh boy.
so we're at pick 158. Man, you know what? Jamari Codwell, come on down.
Come
You are
on,
a man.
you gotta take Jamari, man. Come on, seriously. At that value, that's great value. And it fits a need too, dude. And here's the
Uh,
thing. He's a stud.
oh, oh. Someone grabbed my linebacker? No one ever grabs my linebacker.
Yogi, I think I called out linebacker 2 picks ago, you son of a bitch. I love you, brother. God damn you. Here
No,
comes an
no.
F.
Oh my gosh. No. Oh,
We still got a great draft going, but keep going down looking at linebackers. Let's go take a look at those, all
but
right?
Jay Higgins right there. This is the first time. Remember how I was saying people are getting pushed up in the drafts now? This
Sir,
is the
yes, sir.
first time I have seen him go that high. Oh my gosh, this changes everything. And this was since 12
All
o'clock
right,
this afternoon.
Yogi. Okay, Yogi, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard me describe myself as a director of player personnel? Sir, can I ask you a question? Have you ever been a director of player personnel?
I have.
And sir, can I ask you, how did your
Oh,
team finish?
we were the
You won a
champion.
goddamn fucking championship, brother.
Championship. Hey, what up? No rules, just sports podcast.
What you looking at here now? What we got?
All right. So, you know what? Cody Simon, linebacker, Ohio State. Come on down.
I have no problem with that. And guess what? Let me ask you this. What is Iowa State known for? Tight ends and linebackers, right?
Exactly. Oh, okay. Now we want our boom, and he's still there. Now, Aronde Gatson, he you you wouldn't he's a big body, you know, tight end that you move to the slot, catching some passes. He's not a blocking tight end. He's a receiving tight end. Big
Well,
body.
Yogi, to your point, we've got Oliver. Okay, we have Hutch, all right, that, Pro Bowler, get it, love the guy, love the trade, loved everything. I know that he was, running on a flat tire last year.
Right.
Everybody wants to give up on Hawk next year. I'm telling you, I think Hawk this year is going to be solid. But could you imagine if we had another receiving tight end on what we've got built up with our running backs, our lines, our receivers? And hey, I'm praying JJ is what's advertised, and he's gonna go through his growth periods. We're
Yep.
gonna have our ups and downs. Could you imagine giving him a target like that? I'll tell you, pull the trigger, brother.
Pull the trigger. Boom.
Wow.
Check this out, y'all. So, just so everybody knows, this is the premise of tonight. We traded back from pick 24 with the Browns. We got pick 33 and pick 67. We another trade we did was we traded Andrew Van Ginkel to the Cardinals for a third round pick. Another trade we did round 5, pick 139. We traded back to pick up some more players uh to get pick 158 and 199. And with
You know
that,
what?
we did
One thing
go
I
ahead.
just want to jump in there, Yogi, if I may. A lot of people, and believe me, you and I both know a lot of people say, "What are you doing trading away uh, a Pro Bowler?" Well, I'm telling you, Van Ginkel was great. Van Ginkel is often injured, and we've got a young stud that has been trained for one whole year to be the replacement. And hey, by the way, did you see that awesome pick six that he got?
Oh
I'm
yeah.
sorry. I think This young man is being trained perfectly to take over Finn. Now, do I love Van Ginkel? I do. However, to get a third, to trade him, and to get that extra compensation points, I'm totally fine with this.
Oh yeah, you got to. And we came out with Kenneth Grant, immediate
Wow.
value player right there.
Day one starter, at least the first, at least first and second downs.
Oh yeah, Xavier Watts, safety from Notre Dame.
Wow.
We got a fucking three-headed monster running backfield. Trayvon or Aaron Jones, Jordan Mason, Trayvon Henderson. We
Could
Zy
you imagine?
Alexander. Zy Alexander's gonna go into that DB room and work his way up to the top of the depth chart with Byron Murphy. We
Well,
double dipped at D line.
absolutely.
Grab some Jamari Codwell. Now, Cody Simon, I'll have to go look up and like watch his film. But we wanted a linebacker. We went with him.
Well, okay, but I will tell you this, all right? Here's how I looked at it. Do I really know a lot about him? No, I don't.
Right.
However, take a look at Ohio State's hey, what did Ohio State do last year? Just out of curiosity. Do you remember?
Championship.
Right? Right? All right. So you take a look at their defense. What were they really known for? Their offense or their defense?
Their defense, baby.
All right. So if you're a middle linebacker, do you suck?
No.
No, no.
And we rounded it out with Aronde Gadsden. Come on now.
And come on, Gatson. I mean, for that value where he was picked, special teamer for the rest of his life, if at the worst. You know what I mean?
That's a beautiful draft.
I
That
think
is a
it
beautiful
is.
draft. That is beautiful.
Gotta hope we at least got a D, buddy.
Oh, this site doesn't grade us, so we got an A.
That's the beauty of it. Okay, let the chat speak, right? I'll tell you right now, honestly, no, honestly though, Yogi, man, if we were really get through with that out of this draft, knowing that we had four going into it, are you kidding me? Quasi has done okay, no, I don't want to give all credit. Quasi and his staff, KOC, B Rob, everybody else, all the scouts, they've done a really good job in this offseason. A really good job. What I'm most proud of is they stepped away from the narcissist and said, what? You're only a $5 whore? I'll take it. No, we stepped away from Rogers.
Yes.
You ain't gonna ruin my home. You ain't gonna ruin my family. You ain't gonna ruin my damn locker room. The smartest move this
What up, Gil?
leadership made was keeping him away this year. I swear to God in my life, I mean that. In my heart. That's only me though.
Yeah. I'm excited to see if they could get Flacco in the building. I
You,
think
you know why I would love Flacco most of all? It's simple. One, he understands his role. He
yes.
understands, hey, I'm the backup. And you know what? He embraces I'm going to teach this young buck. And here's the third thing. He didn't hit a lot of branches falling up the dumb fuck quarterback tree when he was born. You know what I mean? He's got a
Exactly.
lot of things he can offer.
What up, Delton? What up, AJ?
Those
I
my boys. I love those boys. Side of my boys for me.
Papa Gary says, "What up, everybody in the chat?" Now, we just got Rondell Moore. Are there any other wide receivers that you would still be interested in bringing in?
Here's okay. So a particular name at this stage, I don't. Here's what I'm looking for. Right. I want a gunner, a special teamer, but more importantly, I want a punt returner and a kick returner. If you can find one of those, you do your thing.
And guess what? Let
You
me
got one.
guess what? Let me bring back this screen. I love this little chart. Kick return, punt return, Rondell Moore, Isaiah Rogers. Gunner, Javier Thomas. You know what I'm so excited about? I mean, some people will look at some of these picks and be like, Javier Thomas, Eric Wilson, um, Isaiah Rogers. They don't Tim Jones. They don't understand their
Our
depth.
depth is here.
Yes, their depth, but their roles on special teams with CJ Ham. Our special teams is going to be lights out too. We Quasi has attacked all three phases of the ball: offense, defense, and special teams. What more could you ask for?
Come on, hey, beef, beef, and speeders. You know what I want? I want beef sandwiches, and somebody that can speedily get them onto my goddamn vehicle for me. And that's
Uh,
what Quasi did.
Delton says Jalen Milrow. Let's. Oh, you want to draft a quarterback? Ooh wee,
Well,
ooh wee.
Zoe, as long as we're talking about this, can I ask you this? So, you obviously know the situation that we're in. And by the way, one of the most beautiful wake ups in the morning I've ever had, and I've had a lot of beautiful sunrises and wake ups. The music that I heard in my through my phone today of Rogers, well, okay, Pelissero saying, I loved that. But with that said, we've got a conundrum here, dude. I mean, where do we go? What do we do for our backup? What's your take? Do we go for wins? I mean, do we wait? Do we wait for Roger? I mean, what do we do here for? Because
You
believe
know
me
what?
when I say the coaching staff that KOC has is great. KOC, it's important for him to have somebody in that room that is his mentor. That's the first line of protection for that quarterback, and that's what he wants. What are you going to do?
All right. So
And that
I
is how
pulled
he
it up.
thinks, by the way.
So some of the free agent quarterbacks still out there right now. We got Trey Lance, Drew Lock, Joe Flacco, Jameis Winston, Case Keenum, Easton Stick, no thank you. Tyler Heineke, no thank you. Carson Wentz, and there's no one really other than that really catching my eye. Of those ones that I just mentioned, for me it would be Joe Flacco first, Drew Lock second, a tie for Trey Lance, Carson Wentz at third.
All right. So, can I ask you a question, my brother? So, when you broke those down the way that you did, and I understood the way that you said it because that's the way that I look at it too. But would you rather have somebody to come in right now? Okay, knowing that he did come off. You know, we can. Some of us can say it's a kind of a minor knee energy or knee um, um,
Injury?
injury compared to an ACL or an MCL, but it's still a serious injury. Do you think that we go with somebody that's going to coach him or somebody that could help us? Because we are kind of stacked to go for a run here right now. And this is the dilemma that I have. Do we go for somebody that can carry us through or somebody that's going to mentor JJ to hope that he is going to be safe all the way through? Which, hey, he's only had one injury, and that doesn't mean that that wasn't injured earlier in his college season either. And now it came to
Right.
fruition. You know what I mean? Which I think is what really happened, to be honest with you.
So if we're looking at pure mentor, Joe Flacco.
Flacco, without a doubt.
If we're looking at someone, if well,
Well,
if I
we saw Ratkin, which they totally believe in. Obviously, they kept him there for a reason.
yeah, if we're looking at Drew Lock and Flacco, I believe that if JJ McCarthy were to go down for a couple of weeks, both of those with the way our roster is built right now, I think either one of those quarterbacks could get us a couple wins until McCarthy were to get healthy again. I truly believe that.
I do as well too. And I'll tell you right now, between you and I think the best mentor is going to be Flacco.
Mm-hmm.
Flacco can come in and he can do his thing, but Flacco is another coach on the sidelines for him. He's seen it
Exactly.
all. And guess what? I'm pretty sure he's won a Super Bowl, right?
Yep.
MVP.
And he's younger than Rodgers.
Right? The anti did you say the anti Rogers? Because he still gets along with he still gets along with the locker room and also the front office.
Exactly. And
Oh, dude, I
I
have to
believe
tell you,
it.
you have no idea how much pain I was going through in the past week, and the holy thing. Okay, so okay, Rogers may have a little something left in the tank, but that how do I say this? That narcissist. I'm going to say this, all right? That narcissist, all about me, all about me. Why do you think he drug this on for another week? He wants everything to be about him. I do not want that in my locker room. I don't want that.
Right.
I did not and do not want that. And
And
today was a great day. And it was Adam. It was my buddy's Adam's birthday today, and he got the best gift that the Vikings could have given, and that's making sure that Rodgers doesn't come in. Well,
and
at least for now,
a better gift will be when he signs somewhere else and we don't have to hear about it anymore.
right? All right. So,
It'll be-
so if you were going to choose, where's he going? Steelers or Giants?
I want to say Steelers.
I think it's the best fit for him.
Yeah.
I do. Well, and they just picked up a pretty damn good receiver too, with embracing the fact that he's coming in. That's what they were building on. You know what I mean?
But the thing with the Steelers, I don't think Tomlin's going to put up with his bullshit.
Oh, guarantee he won't. Nope. Nope.
You know what
No.
I mean?
No. Come on. Hey, it's oil and water. Okay, we got defense, we got offense. Oh, hey, coach, I want to do this. Listen here, soldier. I don't think you understand here, but I am the coach of this goddamn team. You may be a Hall of Famer, but I'll be pissing on your jacket after I get my Hall of Fame.
Maybe that's what's taking so long. That phone call with Tomlin on the conference call, he hung up and was like, "Oh shit, he ain't gonna put up with my bullshit."
Hey,
Right?
Yogi, Yogi, straight up. What percentage of that conversation did Tomlin might go, whoa, just wait a minute here. Come on, wait a minute. Hey, dude, you ain't got the jacket yet, all right?
Oh my goodness. Oh, that is crazy. But man, I am excited about this season. I mean, as Vikings fans, this is what we have been asking for many years. Beef up our O line, beef up our defensive line, then get all the sprinkles. Like I
Well, if they weren't just sprinkles, dude, those are sprinkle stars. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Some of them, not all of them, good depth, but some of those sprinkles, okay, like for instance, Rogers, Isaiah Rogers. That dude is one sticky. So I went back and watched a lot of tape on him. Okay, second rounder, he had his issues and stuff like that. I'm telling you, I'll take that guy fighting on my team. You mash him with the beef flow, he's gonna blend in real well with what we have going on. I'm super Yogi. I'll tell you this. I've been a fan. I watched the last two Super Bowls, bawled my ass off as a kid. One time I actually shit my pants because I cried so hard. True story. True story. Just so y'all know, I was still wearing diapers, not the pens. But I think we really have a chance now to really gain a little something here. And I love our front office. Why are we not signing Quasi back again?
Exactly. That's why I said earlier, if I was Quasi right now, I'm a gambling man. I'm putting all my chips in the table. I'm restructuring O'Neal. I'm restructuring TJ Hawkins. I'm extending Josh Metellus. I'm making cap room and I am trading next year's first, this year's first, and getting a second back for Sauce Gardner.
You just took my next question. You literally answered it without me. And would you really do that?
I would do it in a heartbeat.
I honestly would too. Now let me ask you this: would you trade away you know who to do it, which a lot of people have talked about? I'm not ready to pull that trigger yet.
I mean, if it meant not giving up next year's first, I would.
Yeah, because you know what? We're gonna have to give him up here in a couple years, anyways. Because we're not gonna pay JG what we're paying him, and all of a sudden now we're not gonna pay that guy, 20 million, and he's gonna deserve it. He's gonna get it somewhere.
Yeah.
So at what year do we trade him? I say trade him now is a little early. I think that we should almost go till a little later, where because we have the 5th-year option on him. Now, on the other hand, you have to worry about an injury or something like that. Would you trade him now? And what do you think we could get for Addison right now? Seriously.
Oh, a first round pick.
At what level, though?
Uh,
So, I mean, we picked him up at what, 22,
3.
23? So,
Yeah.
where would you trade him for a first round pick this time? And do you really believe that we would get that? Okay, hey, understanding he's got a love for dogs and he'll do anything to get to his dog and his jar of peanut butter to get there on time, and also falls asleep. I mean, what's he really worth? I don't think we're getting a first for him. I think the most we're getting for him is a third at this point, only because of his, mistakes.
Oh, then I wouldn't trade him for a third.
I wouldn't either.
No.
Nope. I say keep him.
Yeah. For a third, I'd keep him. Now, if we were able to um trade a first this year, so would you do this? A first this year, Jordan Addison for Sauce Gardner and a second this year back?
Okay, now here's my question. Do I get the sauce? Do I get sauce the first year? Or do I get sauce after offenses have started to figure him out a little bit?
Um
Because Sauce has, his first year, second year was pretty good. His third year was a little bit down, but he was a little nicked up. But I'll tell you right now, to be honest with you, at this point, I mean, this year, probably no, because we have JJ coming in, and I want JJ to have, as much balance and, opportunities in which to be
yeah.
successful as he can, just to gain his confidence and stuff like that. But, next year, when he's about to go up and gone in a way, and hopefully he balls out this year, would I trade him for a third, a second? Absolutely, yes. Because we're going to lose him anyways, Yogi. We're
Yeah.
going to lose him.
Cuz I really feel he's a one on many other teams out there. And
And there's the value.
I think he thinks he's going to be a one, and he's going to want to be paid like a one. And as long as he's on the Minnesota Vikings, he will, and JJ Justin Jefferson is on the Minnesota Vikings, he will always be considered the two.
And he knows that. And okay, so how do I say this? And I don't mean this to be the wrong way. And by the way, Jordan Addison, I want you to know I'm one of your hugest fans. I have your jersey. I bought one of your signed jerseys. I'm a big fan of you, but I want you to know that you have a little bit of a Aaron Rodgers arrogance about you. I want you to take a deep breath, slow down, and become part of the team before you put yourself above other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's why I'm more willing to trade this year's first, next year's first, and getting a second back for Sauce right now
Okay,
than
wait,
trading back.
wait. You said first this year, our 21st, and then our 31st next year, and
Yes.
then we get a second back for Sauce.
Yes.
Pull that trigger.
And you know what? Boom. You know
If
what?
you could really now, let's do a draft of doing that, dude.
Boom, 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 boom.
Okay,
Boom.
now we're going CB pretty quick, right? No,
Boom,
this
boom.
is going to be fun.
All right.
This could be
Boom,
magic, dude.
boom. Let's see here. Vikings. Boom. Enter draft.
We're really going to do this, huh?
So we're gonna make a trade. This year's first, next year's first. Okay. The Jets. We want their second and Sauce Gardner.
Honestly, dude, I think I would do this all day long.
Sauce Gardner.
As
Boom.
long as I get the real Sauce Gardner.
All right. And
Oh boy, no,
what?
this is going to be fun. Oh, let's go.
And on this one, we'll when the trades pop up, I'll see if you want to do them. Okay.
Thank you. Because I am about okay. So how many picks do we have right now? So
So
we
right
still
now
have
we got
four.
yep. So
Yeah,
offer
we
trade.
got four.
Boom. Decide. But we got Sauce Gardner.
You come on, man.
Sauce
I'm
Gardner is
sorry.
a
That's
first
worth
round
the
pick.
first, second, and the third. To be honest with you, in certain years, that's the first, second, and the third.
So right now we're sitting at pick 42, 97, 139, 187. All right.
Can we see?
So
Can we see the big board, please?
yeah, do you want me to have it start and go to 42?
Well, can I ask you? Would you like to potentially trade up,
Oh, oh. Is there a player in particular you would want to trade up for?
dude? Do you know what I would really love? And I'm not sure at this point, and he's probably already gone. Could you imagine all pro right tackle, all pro left tackle, all pro center? Okay, new guy, second year left guard, and right. Could you imagine bringing Zay or Gray Zabel into that line, the line that we would have? But is he still there? And at what point? We could probably trade back and get him. He's probably gone already because we're already at 42, right?
Yeah. Well, I haven't hit start draft yet, but I think he will be gone by 42.
I'm sure he will be. What do you want to do? So I want you to take this one over, okay? And I'll just chime in.
I wouldn't want to trade back up because remember
I don't
last
want to
time we
trade up at this point. We're getting more picks. I don't want to trade up
yeah.
unless there's somebody you really want, like Grant or somebody.
All right.
What just happened? There it is, right?
Grant is still on the board at pick
What
42.
are you okay? Come on, we know what we got to do. Well, okay. Well, no. Hang on a
Oh,
second.
wait. Hold
Wait,
up.
wait, wait. What's on the big board? What's still on the big board though?
Okay. So we got Nick Imamwari, then
Oh
Kenneth
my
Grant.
God, what a safety!
But look who's next on the board. Jihad Campbell,
Oh my God,
linebacker, Alabama. Could you imagine him next to
Cashman.
Ashman?
Are you kidding me? And here's the thing: not only is he a thumper, dude, that guy is a coverage linebacker as well too. You want to talk about range? I mean, that guy's got the biggest butt of a linebacker I've ever seen. Don't want to get. I don't want to run downhill and get hit by him. Well, okay. So what's your thought here? You know what I'm thinking here a little bit, buddy, don't you?
I, oh, I oh.
I would almost trade my thickest cheerleader for one extra pick here in this round.
Okay. So okay. You know what? Okay, who's next? Ooh, hold on, hold up. Um, 49ers have the next pick. All right. They are a dumpster fire right now. Okay, so
Well,
they need a
they
center.
did dump everything. Hey, thank you guys. Thank you for giving us what you gave us.
Um, so they need a center, guard, DB, tackle. All right.
And we already, of course, Bradbury's already gone.
You know what? Um, you know what? You know what? I'm going to try something. I am going to try something. I am going to try to trade the this year's third Andrew Van Ginkel to the 49ers for their second.
Wait, say that one more time.
I'm going to try to trade pick 97 and Andrew Van Ginkel for pick 43.
Well, we already said why we thought that may be smart.
Let's see if we can make it happen.
I think they're going to take that, to be honest with you, buddy. I do.
Pick 97, Andrew Van Ginkel,
Oh, jeez.
boom.
They're going to take this. Come on,
Uh,
he's a Pro Bowler. Of course, they're going to take it.
where's the
And quite
49ers?
frankly, they need outside linebackers too.
Yes.
They just gave all theirs away. This is a gimme. You could have sweetened that even another seventh rounder, but let's be realistic, right?
Yeah. So
Oh
if we
boy, here
wanted
we
to,
go, buddy.
we could grab Kenneth Grant and Jihad Campbell back to back.
I need you say any more?
I do not.
Come on. I mean, if you want me to give it, hey, if you want me to give you sign language, here's what you do, brother.
Oh,
Wow, would that be sweet?
boom.
And I'm telling you, Dallas Turner is going to. It's his second year. Is he going to be Van Ginkel this year? He doesn't have the knowledge. He doesn't have the breadth of the game. He doesn't. He hasn't seen things as much. But the dude is athletic as hell, and he's got a good coach. He'll be a good fill-in.
And
Wow,
you know
what we
what?
just got.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, let me make sure I click them. Jihad Campbell. Dude. Dude. So right now we got
Wow.
Sauce Gardner, Kenneth Grant, Jihad Campbell, and we got 2 picks.
All right. So you know what side of the ball we're going on now, right?
Uh Offense.
And what are you thinking? So let's talk about this a second. You want some more people up in the trenches, or do you think you want some more weapons?
I would say some more weapons. Oh wait.
Come on,
Oh wait, Jalen Milrow is right there.
come on, pull it, shoot that bullseye, dude. Are you
who,
kidding me?
who was asking for Jalen Milrow? Who
This
was
is a
that?
joke. This is a setup. Did you set this up?
No.
Is this like an April Fool's joke, dude?
You know what? If we can walk out with okay, Jalen Milrow come on down, and our next pick will be a running back.
Now, here's my question with the running backs. We
Oh,
got the beef, we got the speed. I'd rather have a little more speed. Do you want more beef or do you want more speed with the running back? And I agree we go running back here. It's deep. Now, I also tell you though, Yogi, we're gonna pick one or two up in undrafted free agency. We're gonna.
yeah.
But man, when we got the nugget sitting here, wouldn't you want to taste it and see if it's soft metal or not?
Shoot, with some of these running backs, I I would almost keep Ty Chandler.
Well, can I ask you? Can I ask you a favor? Can I just have you
Oh,
do me a favor? Could you just look at corner and wide receivers? I want to look for punt returners and kickoff returners and special teams at this point.
to the Dante Thornton,
Uh,
6'5", 205, uh, 4'3", 40.
ooh, really? Okay, okay. So I said special teamer, right?
Yup.
Does that kind of fit the mold?
Oh yeah.
I did not know him, but I'll take that as a why not.
Yes. Come on down. You are a Minnesota Viking.
Hey,
Now,
in my opinion, that's a heck of a. I would absolutely take that draft.
dude, we got Sauce Gardner, Kenneth Grant, Jahad Campbell, Jalen Milrow,
Wow.
and another weapon at wide receiver. Dude,
Okay,
dude.
so I have to ask you a question, dude. Was it me just smoking this weed, or was this app smoking weed too to give us those things?
I, I mean, I think the stars must have been aligned because
Wow, man, I wish they would score this.
could you? We would have a top. We would have a top five defense and a top five offense.
The only thing that we would have to worry about is, you know, the knee. And if the rookie can deal with, because okay, hey, let's be honest. We all have a lot of faith in this young buck, all right? We've seen he's won at every level of his whole life. Quite frankly, just like my grandson's doing, but not at that high of a level yet. And I got faith in what he says and what he does. I got faith in JJ. Now, there's a chance he might not, that's what we're waiting on. But could you imagine if he came out just to be his first year? Okay, we'll call it a second. Just be an average, just a slightly above average quarterback. Dude, there's 7 to 11, or there's 10 to 11 wins right there with what we built up, if
Yeah.
not more.
Kinetic. He says I don't think Draft Buzz has updated their I think they did today because usually I could get Jay Higgins at pick 187 like in all the mocks I've done, and earlier today Jay Higgins went way higher. But could now Papa Gary.
So yeah, so Yogi, are we getting people saying this draft is like unrealistic? Like we got lucky getting people that weren't supposed to be there, or what were they saying?
They no, no. No one's saying it's unrealistic.
How about that draft, dude? I would take that in a heart. Quite frankly, I might even. Yeah, I'll even give you my dog if you let this draft come to fruition.
Now, Papa Gary, imagine this, if you will. You know how the NFL has it set up to where the third quarterback only plays if the first two quarterbacks go down? Could you
See,
imagine having JJ McCarthy as the one and Jalen Milrow as the two with Joe Flacco as the three? He would only go in is if the first two were out of commission out the game, but to have Jalen Milrow and JJ McCarthy in the quarterback room with JJ Flacco. Hey, JJ or Flacco, we're going to give you $10 million. We want you to be, you know
just
what?
come in and coach.
Yeah.
Just come in and coach. Honestly, if that were to happen, buddy, honestly, if we were to get all that right there, and let's just say that everything of all the free agencies, and let's say that the draft will go similar to this, all right? Man, talk about filling holes. And wouldn't you put Kwesi into GM of the year?
Oh, yeah.
If everybody stayed healthy, you know what I mean? And that's the big if. You'd have to put him in the running because he has really built this team. No, okay, wait a minute. So here's the problem I have with a lot of these conversations, Yogi, is oh, drafted this guy, Quasi drafted that guy, bust. Well, hey, come on, listen. If you don't think that KOC has a choice in that, if you don't think that Beeflo doesn't have a choice in those things, you know what I mean? You can't put all the blame or all the glory on the GM. You know, I hate to say this phrase, but it's a collaboration, but they literally are collaborating. I just don't want everybody to point fingers at one person. Let's give it to the front office rather than one person. But man, if they were to pull this off, Yogi, this would be magic. Skullfest would go nuts over
Oh my
this.
goodness. I'm trying to find out where Jackson Dart went for Bob.
I'm
Okay.
sure Dart went around. I'll tell you, he's probably in the upper second round at this point, to be honest with you. I think he's really climbing up.
He went in this mock. Oh, did he go first round?
Yeah, I that wouldn't surprise me.
Hold on.
Well, hey, dude, can I ask you a question, Yogi? If you only
Mhm.
have two minnows in your minnow bucket and you're fishing and one night crawler, at some point you got to put on some new bait, right?
Yes. Jackson Dart. Where did he
When
go?
when people are starving for quarterbacks, they're gonna reach and they're gonna reach into the nightcrawler bucket. They're gonna.
I think they're going to be reaching for Shador Sanders too.
I see him slipping. You know why I really see him slipping, buddy. And I got nothing wrong with him, but I watched that his press conference at the combine. Man, I see him as a young.
Oh, okay. He went. Jackson Dart went pick 33 to the Cleveland Browns.
Oh well, that's probably right in line.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right in line. But I do see Sanders as a little bit of having a lot of Aaron Rodgers in him. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I do. Sorry, especially after the press conference. And I'm sorry to say that because I absolutely loved him these last 2 years. It's just I don't like seeing cockiness. I'd rather see somebody a little humble and go out there and work it and prove us wrong. You know what I mean? Rather than tell us how we're wrong.
Hey, Norse.
Norse has cut me down. I guarantee it. Norse is telling me to shut the hell up and hang up. I guarantee it.
I like me some Chamari, Norse. I like me some Chamari. I like me some Chamari.
Hey, you know what I have to tell you? I've got to know Norris now on a personal level. We've exchanged phone numbers and we talk and we send music and stuff like that. I want you to know that of all my schoolmates out there, Norris is one of the coolest dudes I've ever met before in my life. And we actually, without unbeknowingly, we grew up like 30 miles from each other. So
Oh
we're
wow.
we're the exact same people without even knowing it. Got to see the same old garage bands and stuff like that. But Norse's sense of humor is second to none, and you've all witnessed it.
Norse said he's like 7-Eleven, always open.
Hey, what? Hey, you tell Norse that I'm like the pump and go. You're always open.
Oh my goodness.
He'll get that
Oh,
joke too. He's the only one that will get that joke. Otherwise, you're gonna think I was trying to be gay, which I'm not.
I'm pretty sure they can hear you.
Oh, good.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, Papa Gary, you're on the live. They can hear you.
Hey, Miss Schoolmates, I love you. Hey, it was my brother's Adam's birthday today, and you guys all know Adam, and we spent a little time up at his place because all of a sudden there was this giant leak that came through his growing room, and so I came back and put down a couple of beers, and I'm kind of buzzed up, and I'm sorry for that. I just want to be brutally honest.
Oh,
Hope
it's
I
all
hope it
good.
wasn't offensive in any way, shape, or form. And I had a couple of one-e's as well too.
Dylan said, Dylan said, Gary, we all get the joke.
Yeah, they'll get it. Hey Gary, we saw you at Skullfest, dude. We'll see you again, right?
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, I can't wait until Skullfest. I
Oh,
can't
that was
wait.
so much fun.
I can't wait until the Vikings play the Seahawks. Sam Darnold, love you to death, but you're gonna have to play the Vikings defense. You are gonna have to play the Vikings defense.
And our defense knows you. We know
Exactly.
where you're sleeping. We know where the hot porridge is, the cold porridge. We know where it's at.
I think I'm going live that game. I think it is going to be a slobber knocker. Freaking, we are going to get Sam Darnold deer in the headlights. Seahawks versus Vikings 2025, and I'm all for it.
Hey, Yogi, I have a trivia question for you. Well, not a trivia question. When do you think home opener is going to be for Skullfest, and who's it going to be against?
Ooh, I'm I'm really hoping it's against the Commanders. Just because I want to see Jaden Daniels in person again. So
Well,
that's the selfish me. Um,
that scares me. That scares me. I mean, okay, now we're 0-1 in my eyes.
let's see here.
Damn.
Let me see Vikings opponents because
Okay,
I
hey,
know.
hey, Yogi. As long as we're doing this, as long as you're pulling up the schedule, just pull up the schedule, and if you have time, give us your season prediction of each game.
Okay, so
If you have
right
time.
now, boom. Oops, dang. Ba, 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 ba. All right, let me just share this tab. Okay, so right now, so our home games are going to be Bears, Commanders, Eagles, Packers, Lions, Bengals, Falcons, and Ravens. Ooh,
And God, that's a tough schedule, dude.
it is.
I'm telling you. But here's the good thing: everybody in the North gets the same schedule, right?
Yeah.
Thank God for
Um,
that. Come on, predict the season, Yogi.
right now,
Well, I mean, I know it's early. We don't know when they're going to be. When are we going to go to Lambeau Field? When are
yeah.
we going to go to Soldier Field? I know we don't know these things, but when you're just glancing this, knowing our schedule, what we've done in free agency, building in what we might be doing here in our draft, but more importantly, what we believe Skull and what JJ can do for us. What do you think our schedule is going to be this year? Go game
Vocal Fight
game
is
by
in the
game.
building. What up, Rap? I'm okay. So last year we were what,
Hey,
14 and
Rap,
3?
love you, brother.
Last year we were what, 14 and 3?
We were. Well, okay. I mean, yeah, we were, but it was more like 11-6. But yeah,
Yeah.
14 and
I'm,
3.
I'm as we sit right now. This might sound weird to y'all. I think we might lose more games, but be a better team, if that makes sense.
I 1000% agree with that.
I think I think I think like 11 and 6 or 12 and 5. I
You really think we're going to get to 11-6 or 12-5?
yeah.
Okay, so where do you say our losses, sir? If you don't mind my asking.
Um Ravens,
Yep.
um maybe the Chargers.
Mm,
Ravens, Chargers.
fair.
I think we lose to the Lions one time.
Absolutely agree with you. Thank you. You took the words out of my mouth.
Um Commanders
I
and
I think they
Eagles.
could. I think they could potentially whoop us unless JJ really comes out.
Yeah. I say Commanders, Eagles, Ravens, Chargers, and Lions one time. That is our 5 losses. But and the reason why I say I would want the Commanders at the beginning of the season, uh, take that loss now at the beginning. That way, when we're playing them in the playoffs, we whoop their
Huh.
ass.
I love it. I love it. All right, so Will the Thrill, tell me what he does this year for us. What percentage does he get? Are you happy with him? Are you disappointed with him? What do you think he's going to do for us?
If his leg is healed up, I think he's going to do good. It
Well,
wasn't
but
until this,
his leg's going to be healed up though, isn't it?
yeah,
I mean, he's
uh,
had 6 months.
yeah. As long as his leg is healthy, I think he was doing just fine. It was as soon as he whatever happened to his leg, did shit start looking sideways.
All right, so here's my next question: is Will the Thrill gonna start to date an Oompa Loompa, or is he gonna, or is or is or is or is he gonna date one of those Muppets?
Right. I'm up it.
I'm sorry, guys. I meant that to be as a joke, but I'm being real.
Uh Skull Mafia says I hope home opener is prime time. I'm hoping it's afternoon game because that way we all get to hang out after the home opener.
Well, hey, Yogi, when you do Skull Fest the way that we do it, we get there a week ahead of time and we stay a week after and we just hang out. So we got plenty of time to hang out. And I'll tell you right now, every single spot where we can put a $5 down and get a sniff, I'll take you there if you stay a little longer, dude.
Hell yeah! I what I'm thinking about because I got 2 of my PTO days floating right now. I haven't really decided what I want to do with them yet. I think I'm going to use one of them for the Monday after the home opener, so I could get turned up that night and not have to worry about going to work the next day.
I think that's a brilliant idea.
Just maybe come pick me up or call an Uber.
Well, I will tell you right now, if it's based upon all of our others, skull fests, we will all be each other's wingmans in every way, shape, or form. Hey, I got room in this over. Get in. You know what I mean?
I'm go- I was just double checking ESPN to make sure no other news popped up. But yeah, I'm glad Rondell Moore signed with us. That's our Powell replacement right there, in my opinion.
Hey,
Um,
so what do you think our sneakiest best? Okay, our best three signings in free agency. What do you think they're worth? Because I got two sneaky ones that I think are going to be really good. I mean, there's one obvious one. I think Mason's going to be a stud. All right. Besides Mason, what are your two other sneaky signings that you think might come to the point where we go, wow, look at him balling out?
I would say the sneaky ones: Isaiah Rogers,
Absolutely my number one.
Isaiah Rogers. Um, I think Will Fries. Um, especially with him next to Ryan Kelly. You know what?
Brothers
Ryan
in
Kelly.
arms, 5 years in a row. How about that,
Yeah.
huh?
Ryan Kelly was a sneaky pick because I thought Staff was so far up Bradbury's butt that
So
they
so did
couldn't.
I, Yogi.
I I
I
I didn't
did.
think they could. Oh, and Jordan Mason, yes, for the
Well, yeah,
compensation.
Jordan Mason was my gimme. We can't count that one because he is going to be a stud. Okay, we literally have thunder and lightning right now in our backfield. And
Oh yeah,
imagine this with our new line. And you imagine getting somebody like, Gray Zabel in there or another. Okay, and I'm not saying that Brandell isn't going to morph because, man, he did really, really, really good, guys, when he was right up and up. up against next side to of Darasol.
Yeah.
There's a chance he could be good, but if we get another stud on the left side, this offensive line could absolutely 100% be within the top 3 or 5 in the whole NFL. It could be.
And I'm really thinking they like Walter Rouse a lot to where they're
They
gonna
do.
have him move inside to
They do.
where, and I believe him and Darasol are like buddies to where if they get that cohesion together, that chat, that is something to look out for. That Darasol Rouse connection. If Rouse beats out Brandel for that left guard spot, that's the side of the ball I'm gonna watch. Their cohesion. Oh,
So Yogi, I want to ask you this. Besides, besides injury, all right. Let's take out injury. What would cause us to fall short of our ambitions and our realistic goals for this year based upon what we've done in free agency, what we're about to do in draft? And I know everybody's going to say, well, it's quasi drafting, but I'm telling you, those days are over. We're going to have a good draft. What do you think that our one downfall would be to have us fall short this year, besides injury and I know what you're going to say. Okay. And let's say that JJ is average. What would be our downfall?
I I I think our downfall is the fans thinking we're gonna win 14 games or more,
Well, that's not going to happen.
or expecting that. They're 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 not realizing or seeing that the pieces that were, so last year we were on what, the third seed game schedule.
Yep.
So a lot of those games we won, and we had a big 14 win game seasons. But those games that we lost, I look at the games that we lose uh, more than the games that we won. Those games that we lost, you can see it. Like when we went to the we lost to the Rams, we lost to the Lions,
Twice
and
each.
yeah, to where now I think we might lose some games in regular season, but I think we are better built for the playoffs now than we were built for the playoffs last year, if that makes sense.
Oh, and here's what I'll tell you why it does make sense. Yogi, did we get tougher and meaner on the offensive line?
Oh, we got tougher and meaner.
Yogi, did we get tougher and meaner on the defensive interior line?
Yes.
Isn't that was our it wasn't that our weakest points last year, really?
Yeah.
Honestly? I have a hard time believing that we're gonna suck this year.
Yeah.
I'll put us right where you're saying. I picked 10 to 11 games this year. Now, with that said, very tough schedule. Very
Yeah.
tough schedule. And we also have to, we have to date our quarterback for a while and, you know, teach him, her, what we like to make things successful. But if you were to break down the NFC North, where do you place us? Where do you place the rest of the people in the North? Where are we going to be seated?
I I think first. And that's not me being a homer, y'all. I think it's going to be Vikings, Lions.
Well, I think your sign up there says "Bear for real," so of course you're being real, right?
be for real.
Yep,
Uh,
be for
I'm
real,
thinking,
dude.
I'm thinking Vikings, Lions. We actually win the division, I don't think it's going to come down to the last game this year.
It's
I
not.
do not think
It's
it's going to
not.
come down to the
It's not.
last game this year. It's going to be Vikings, Lions, and a coin flip. The Bears are going to be the Bears. And you know what? I'm gonna give them an edge. Just I'm gonna go Bears Packers.
I love it. All right, so let me ask you this. So if we were to get into winning the division, is it because of our defense? Okay, put a percentage to it. Our defense, our offense, and McCarthy and how well he does. Because it comes down to those three things. If we're to win
So
the division, give me a breakdown of the percentage of how those things come together to make sure that we get there, sir.
so in my opinion, for just as I'm looking at my little chart here, y'all, and
That's a
with the
pretty chart, by the way. It's very colorful. What is that? Is that Balance Day? Are those a bunch of hearts?
no, that's a just my Excel spreadsheet. Just so it helps me visualize the line and everything. And with what Quasey has done this offseason with Darisaw, Brandel, Kelly, Fries, O'Neal, Aaron Jones, and Jordan Mason, that is telling me we are going to run the freaking ball.
Dude, we're running the ball this year. Believe me when I say, I'll tell you right now, I think we're going to have more runs than we're going to have throws. And I want you to think about this. When's the last time you've ever heard or seen of a KOC offense that runs more than they throw? He said last year we need to run more. They have built this thing up to be a running team. They saw what what the Eagles did. They saw what the running game does. It's literally coming back to the hey, how much are running backs getting paid now? A lot more, right? It's coming back to defense and running games. Everything's cyclical. It is.
So to answer your question, I think it's going to be 70% defense,
Ooh.
20% offense, 5% offensive coaching, and 5% JJ McCarthy.
You're going all defense on me now, huh?
Yeah. I
Really?
I think it's going to be I truly believe it should be hard for teams to score on this team. If our defense could keep teams 20, 17 and under, as long as our offense is able to score 28 or more points per game, I think we're going to be Gucci.
So you actually just answered. So you're thinking that we're going to be able to average around 28 points. What do you think our defense is going to give up on average?
I would say 13 to 17 points a game.
Wow. So we're going to double digit a lot of these teams.
Yeah.
Oh, Yogi, I'll tell you right now, I will buy every flippin' drink for you at Skullfest as long as you promise me that happens. Because you know what? I'm gonna get a Super Bowl before I die then.
Yeah. I really I Now, if we make some of those moves and did that draft like we did, where we had fucking Sauce Gardner, fucking that
Yeah,
linebacker,
okay, fair
and
enough.
all them,
Yeah.
oh, it's Super Bowl all the way. But again, Jordan Mason, he likes to line up deeper. I
He's
expect to
he's
see
he's back like Adrian Peterson. He wants that 8 to 9
exactly,
yards.
exactly. I expect to see a lot of JJ McCarthy under center to where under center, boom, boom, play action to where it brings in your point to where I think TJ is going to have a bigger Hawkinson is going to be a bigger target this year
Yes, he's coming back this year.
because
If
with the
not,
run
trade him.
game, we don't as long as KOC doesn't have all those crazy ass plays where that are going to take time to develop, quick passes, slants, looking for the tight end over the middle, stuff like that. With the threat of the deep ball to JJ and Addison, come on now.
You know what though, Yogi? If you go back and you really study, and all we have to really go look at is his high school games, and they were high level high school games, and also college. I mean, national championship and everything. But where did McCarthy really excel? Okay, he's good at the deep ball, and he is. He's got a big arm, but he excels through the middle. Now he still has. He was working on his left hash pass, started getting there. His right side hash passes are fine. Where do you think McCarthy is going to end up? Give me a projection on touchdowns and yards, interceptions for McCarthy at this
Ooh,
point. Now I know we're in the infancy stage.
yeah.
Newborn. It's in an incubator because it was premature. Where do you think we end up with him?
If 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 what is going to saturate in my mind that I think is going to happen, I would say probably close to 2,200, 2,300 yards passing. I don't think the passing is going to be that high because I think we are going to have a focus
You're
on the
you're going
run
running
game.
game, dude.
Yeah, but I do think if we to get some more of those taller wide receivers and some of those taller tight ends to where his throwing touchdowns might be higher for those red zone passing and stuff like that. Um, so I'm going to say 2,200 to 2,300 yards passing. I'm going to say 17 touchdown passes and 3 interceptions.
So then, how many rushing touchdowns are you counting on throughout the year? Then at that point,
For him,
well, no, okay. So you're saying that wasn't big numbers. You know what I mean? So I
yeah.
mean that would them. If I were to listen at those numbers just from an outsider looking, I'd say, oh, we ended up around 50-50. You know what I mean? Even though we have a good defense, I would say those numbers are around 50-50. What do you think is going to happen that's going to set us to that 12 victories when his numbers are kind of, we'll call them average throughout the league?
Okay.
Did that
Imagine
make
this.
sense?
Yeah. What what were Brock Purdy's numbers when they went to the Super Bowl?
I honestly don't remember what I had for breakfast last night. My strokes have, so don't ask me.
Um,
Ask the chat.
I'm 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 almost saying we're built for him to have like a Brock Purdy type season when the 49ers went to the Super Bowl. And
I
that's all we
totally
needed.
see that. It's
And
a
that's
it's
all
a
we needed.
Flacco championship. Drive the damn car, right?
Exactly. And then what's going to happen is people are going to say, "Oh, he's just a game manager blah blah." I don't care. I don't want to hear that bullshit.
You know what's going to happen? As soon as that happens, even if we win a Super Bowl, people are going to say, there's Vikings that are going to say, you know what? We can get better. Trade him. Let's get some value for him.
Yeah.
Shut up.
All right, let's let me San Francisco 49ers roster Brock Purdy. Does it have all his stats? Let's see here. Um Stats, okay. So, was it 2022 that they went to the Super Bowl?
I believe so, sir. I believe so.
Okay. So, 2022, these are Brock Purdy stats. Okay. 9 games played, um completions 114, attempts 170, complete percentage 67.1,
That's actually pretty good.
1374. Um, take that and double it is what I think JJ McCarthy is going to have. But I think his QBR is going to be way higher. Um, I think his sack number is going to be lower. Um, yeah.
All right. So if we were to make it to the Super Bowl this year, okay, hey, no, come on. Let's just say, let's make it to the NFC Championship game. All right. What percentage of that falls on McCarthy? What percentage of that falls on KOC?
I it's going to be that game is going to be if we're making it to the NFC North Championship game, it's going to come down to coaching
It is. I agree. Thank you. Now, who
because at
who
that
do
point our defense is going to be imagine Ray Lewis freaking Ravens. That's
really?
how yeah.
That's like, hey, Gary, do you remember that time you made that 1,800-yard shot? Yeah, I remember that, but I can't do it anymore. That's a that's a tough thing to accomplish again, brother.
To where I want our defense to be our focal
I do too.
to
And our
where
running game, to be honest with you.
our run game, our defense, to where we got the pieces around JJ McCarthy. He's just got to make less mistakes. And when he does, learn from him.
And he is so smart and good at what he does, and there's good coaching. Let him make some mistakes. We know they're going to happen, all right? Hey, we've all made mistakes. Can we learn from them? To your point, I don't see a magical season coming out of, we're going to call him a rookie, but his first year, we're still going to call him a rookie. I don't see a magical year. I see, around that. What I personally see is around that 3,200 yards, 3,500 yards. I see 25 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, which will put us in the victory column.
Yeah, I can see that. And people, don't get me wrong. Y'all got to remember, last year, JJ McCarthy was 5 on my quarterback board. Of the quarterbacks coming out, JJ McCarthy was number 5 on my list. It went Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix, Caleb Williams, Michael Penix, then JJ McCarthy, and way the fuck down the line did I have Drake May.
Oh, I remember all of your takes last year, brother. I remember loud and clear. I might even have
So
them recorded.
so don't get me wrong. That's why I'm not expecting too. I'm happy he's our quarterback. To where I'm not expecting out the gate superstar. I'm ex I'm more seeing with the way our team is built now and KOC coming from the Kyle Shanahan tree and the offenses being very similar to where the way our defense and I mean, we had freaking Sam freaking Darnold last year. And everybody thought that was going to be booty. Everybody was predicting us to win 4 or 5 games. But
he
I truly believe if KOC puts JJ McCarthy in the best situations to run his offense, the sky is the limit. If JJ McCarthy comes in here to learn and understand the offense and ask questions, and like you said, if we got a Joe Flacco in the building to help him with that, that's where I see him developing at. And here, this is my offense. Run it.
so I see okay with this new O line, And when I say new O line, I mean there's two people in there, but I'm telling you, it makes a giant difference in our O line.
Yeah.
How many running yards do we get this year?
I almost I almost say Jordan Mason gets over 1,000 and Aaron Jones gets over 1,000.
I swear to God, that's exactly what I believe. We're talking 2,000 to 2,300 yards rushing.
Yeah.
Man, if we can do that, we're going to own the clock, right?
And depending on who we get for our third running back, they get 300 to 400 themselves.
Oh, think about that. Wow. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Okay, one thing that I've really missed over the years, Yogi, you remember the good old days when we were young bucks watching football and it was smash mouth, beat them up. Hey, oh, you're laying down. I ain't going to put my hand down to help you up. I'm going to stare at you to the point where you pee your pants. I want that type of toughness back in our team again, in our O
Oh yeah.
line, in our D line. I do. I want that. And
And
you know what? The whole thing about who's Cooper's assistant again? The guy that came in, the tough guy, assistant offensive lineman. He's Cooper's assistant, offensive lineman. Cooper's assistant. He just
I'm not
came in,
sure.
and there was people are saying that he's such a dink. He's too tough on us.
I
What
don't
the
know
hell was
the
his
name.
name again?
I'm not sure.
Chat, chat, help us out. Who was that? The new guy we brought in.
But
Anyways,
I do think Fries and Kelly bring that nastiness.
they just look at their eyes. Look at their
Yeah.
eyes in their helmets after a play. You know what I mean? It scares me. I think I might have peed myself just looking at replays a little bit.
Oh my gosh.
I
Oh.
love that attitude, and that's exactly what we need. Hey, guess what? We're the Vikings. We're the people that went out and okay, old school. I'm not going to say the words, but we went out and took advantage of every continent that we went on, right? That's what a
Right.
heritage is. Why can't we kindly, please, why can't we kindly find a little bit of the back? Sometimes I think
Uh,
that we maybe,
Keith Carter. They
burnt our
said Keith
bridge.
Carter. Keith Carter is the name we were looking for.
There it is. That's it. Yep. Yes, sir. Who said that? I bet it was Norse. Norse knows his shit, man.
Sarah and Dylan. Sarah and Dylan.
Oh,
Thank you.
Sarah. Oh, hey, I'll tell you right now, my sis Sarah, for all the girls, all the Vikings fans that I have in my life, I'll tell you right now, I put her up there, up against anybody that I've ever hung out with. Someday I want to hang out in a bar and watch a fucking game with Sarah and just let her talk her shit because it's gonna be money fun. And Dylan, I'll tell you right now, Dylan and I are gonna go out. We're gonna walk out back. We're gonna come back in. We'll be a little foggy, eat some wings, and then we'll watch the rest of the game too.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited to see who they bring in at QB2. I mean, people are saying Rippon could be the guy, but
Now,
I'd rather have a veteran like backup. You know what I
okay,
mean?
like we talked about earlier, hey, g- give me Flacco, give me Flacco, because he's gonna sit there and he's gonna accept the role. He'll be the coach. He'll be there in a pinch or two. But so let me ask you this. So we have what, $30 million left, Yogi?
Mm-hmm.
What are we going to do with it? What's your opinion?
What's
What are we going to do, dude? Come on, what are we going to do?
we're,
We going to buy it? Are we going to buy a bunch of extra sled dummies for the team for practice, or what are we going to do?
we're going to get Tyler Lockett, trade for Sauce
Oh God!
Gardner. We're going to trade for Sauce Gardner, and yeah,
You know what I
imagine.
heard Rap? You know what I heard Rap say yesterday? It might have been 2 days ago. Man, if I had the choice to bring back Kirk Cousins or choose Aaron Rodgers, what do you think Rap said?
Who?
You know damn well what Rap said. And he'll
Aaron
deny it.
Rodgers.
He'll deny it.
Aaron
It was
Rodgers.
on a phone call.
Aaron Rodgers.
No, he said, I think I'd actually bring back Cousins. And he goes, and I can't believe I'm even saying that. But his whole point was Kirk Cousins is not going to disrupt the locker room, was his whole
Right.
point.
Yeah, that
So
is
I get
true.
that logic. But it was just funny for me to hear Rap say that. You know what I mean?
I mean, I mean, I mean, if let's say we were to trade next year's third for Kirk Cousins and pay and only have to pay the minimum, no more than 10 million. No
Oh
more.
no! He's already paid for it. It's going to cost you. It's going to cost you league minimum. You won't even have to trade. He's going to get cut here. There's no way they're hanging on to him for that money, bro. There's no way.
Yeah.
Would
I mean,
you?
I mean,
Okay, let me ask you this: how long would you hang on to that amount of money that's going to cost you before you say, "Okay, screw it, I can't trade him, I give up"? How long are you going to wait? Another month?
well, if they were going to cut him, they had to do it by Saturday, because then a extra 10 million kicked in that he's um
Yeah, that's his guarantee.
yeah, that
That's his
he's owed.
bonus.
Yeah. To where, I mean, where are they? Falcons. Okay. Of course, Kirk Cousins is the top. So right now, all right, 224, boom. So his base salary right now is $27.5 million
That's
with a
actually
pro
pretty good for him in all reality. Wow,
with the,
I can't believe he did that.
with a prorated signing bonus of 12.5 million
Oh, there you go.
with a cap hit of
There it is.
$40 million.
Hey, hey, Yogi, can I just say this? Thank God I'm not still wearing um Kirk Cousin thongs because I am so over that bullshit.
Yeah. Now to
And by the way, I never wore Kirk Cousin thongs. That was supposed to be a joke.
I mean, and you know what? After all this money has been spent, there is, I mean, Patriots still have 81 million, Seahawks 70 million, Chargers 50 million, Raiders 50 million, Lions 49, Cardinals 45, 49ers 41 million.
Well, that's because they're dumping everything, though.
Yeah. So, how is our cap going to look for next year?
Well, I
Right
think
now,
we're 9 under right now. That's why I
yeah,
think we're -9. That's why I think that Quasi is really gonna, do his best to at least carry forward another 10 to next year. Because now, with that said, though, too, he's doing a really good job of learning. Quasi's learning how to, think about the compensatory pick that we lost last year. Quasi's learning that, and he's strategically setting things up. So we're going to get picks next year as well too. But I think he's going to put a little money forward next year because he's really blown his wad. I think we're like 9 under for next year, and we
yeah.
need to carry a little of that forward. We do,
And even
we,
with
we
that,
do.
even with the 9 million next year, if we were to restructure Brian O'Neill's,
You have
uh,
Brian O'Neill, you have Metellus,
yeah,
you have O'Neill, you've got Darasol that you can do. I
yeah,
mean, we've got a bunch of ways to come on, man. We got Brzezinski here. You know what I mean?
yeah, there's always room to be made with these numbers. I mean, shit. One year, I was looking at it, and the Saints were negative 60 something million. Then a day later, they were positive like $5 million. I was like, what?
Well, hey, Yogi, let me ask you this. when you're a director of player personnel for that for that championship team up in Duluth, how did you work your cap? What did you do to work your cap?
Oh, there is no
That's
cap.
actually a really good question.
There was no cap.
For real?
uh, yeah.
Oh,
Like
everybody just went over to the Anchor Bar over in Superior, Wisconsin, and that's what they're paid is burger and fries, or what?
no. So each contract just had like a max contract. So
Gotcha.
yeah.
Hey, are you doing that again this year, sir?
Yep. I will. I'm gonna be. We brought in a recruiter, so he'll be focusing more on that, and I'll be more focused on being the special teams coordinator.
So can I have you expand a little bit what you have going on for this new team next year so we can all jump on board?
Yeah. Let's see here. Let's. Boop, 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 boop.
Because
Let me.
I have to tell you, that's the first time I've ever followed a non-football team, Yogi, and I followed it every damn game, and I screamed Yogi every time we scored a point.
Boom. So. So here. So 7 hours ago, we just announced we invited Jadarius Bird to camp. He played for the Jacksonville Sharks. Uh, I mean, we got some dogs coming in this year. Tyreek Mann, Darius Morrison, Dante Mason's coming back. Boom, Javari Flowers is coming back. That's Ben McCoy. He's, he's the new head of scouting and recruitment. Then
Wait. Why did you all of a sudden go right past the cheerleaders? You don't think some of us
uh,
so you don't think some of us bachelors want to see some cheerleaders, God damn it?
woo woo,
Let's
dee.
go.
um, Dan Williams. Uh, I think he was on the Seahawks practice squad and the
He
Jets.
was. He
Yep.
was. There he is. Yep, he was. So what are you doing for big bellies though? I mean, to be honest with you, that's one thing that helped you guys win last year is you had the right big bellies up front and
So
down below. You know what I mean?
yeah, so last year was 6 versus 6. They switched it to this year 7 versus 7, and they changed it now to where the center can't catch the ball. So the linemen have to be like almost think receiving. They got to be able to block and catch tight ends. So you need those big bodies to where they can block a rush, but actually go out for a pass as well. So those are the type of bodies we're looking for at that tight end spot. But then we got, and so they changed a couple rules because we were
Because
like,
you dominated. Let's be real, dude. Because the player of personnel director figured it out, knew what to do. Hey, coach, here's what we do. I got this figured out.
yeah. So let's just say so it'll take some adjusting to the new rule, the Harbor Monster rule, almost like the Brady rule and stuff like that. So now the quarterback, so when the center hikes the ball, imagine a lane 3 yards to the right of them and 3 yards to the left of them. The quarterback can only run in that lane now
Oh,
forward.
really?
Yeah. Because
Oh,
our
wait. That's like selling Girl Scout cookies to only your neighborhood.
yeah. So yeah. So I mean, he can run out of the pocket and like pass the ball and stuff like that. But if he's gonna go forward, it has to be in that lane. Yeah.
Hey,
Because
I want to make a deal with you, all right? If you, your crew, and your boys win the national championship again, I will personally drive up and take every flipping one of you out to the Anchor Bar in Superior, Wisconsin, and I'll buy you guys a burger, beers, and fries. But you got to win the national championship again, and that's on me. And you throw that out to the boys, and I'll put it in writing for you, dude.
Hell
Hell, I'll
yeah.
pay you ahead of time. I got that much confidence in you.
Hell yeah. We will do it. All right. Hey, I want to thank you for tapping in. I want to thank everybody in the chat for tapping in. I'm going to go eat some dinner and take my butt to bed. But man, are you excited about this season?
Come on, man. I have not been this excited about a season in many years. And it's for a bunch of different reasons. One, we have, okay, number one, we don't have fucking Aaron Rodgers on our damn team. Number one,
Yeah.
love of the year. Number two, I still got B-Flow, obviously got KOC. Boy, did we keep the best damn coach, QB coach, and also wide receiver coach. We've got our staff still in place all the way through and through. What we did in our free agency season was, quite frankly, one of the best I've seen in a long time. I'm super, super excited. We filled all of our holes, Yogi. We're literally, when's the last time that you can think that we went to draft saying, wow, we can really do BPA? Seriously,
It's been a while.
it's been a
We've just
long
drafted
time.
for need instead of to where, you know what? Let's say pick 24 comes about and one of the top wide receivers falls down there.
Take them.
Boom. Let's say Zabel's there. We're able to trade back a couple spots, pick up somewhere capital. Zabel's there. You could grab
Did
him.
wait. Did you just say Gray Zabel?
Yeah,
Dude, that's my homie. I want him so damn bad.
I know. That's why I said it.
Oh, you're a pimp, dude. I always knew you were a pimp.
out here pimping these house.
Right?
But yeah.
No, I'm
So
super excited for this year. And I think what we've done in this offseason, I do want to say this though. Hey, for everybody that beats up on Quasi, okay, and I get it. His drafts haven't been the best. However, you remember the first time you got laid? Were you really good? You were probably two pump chunk, you know what I mean?
I was
You
nervous,
got to give
afraid.
them, man. Hey, do we expect our linemen 1 year to come out and be an all pro? No, it's 2, 3 years. You got to give him time to learn, and that's what he's doing. But he's blown away undrafted free agency. He's blown away trades. Okay, with the exception.
Oh,
Yeah, you watch. He has finally got his staff around him, and he has belief now in KOC. And as long as we have him, B-Flow, you're going to
yeah,
see some drafts that are going to come along that are going to be really solid. And I truly believe that. I think we're taking a corner here. And you know what? I just hope that we get this Super Bowl, as they say, before I die.
exactly.
And I believe we're
Until
close.
next time, everybody. Thank you for tapping in.
If
Love
I
you.
can't give it there, at least give
What?
it to me up there for those for that Duluth team, fair dude.
Hell yeah. I will do it. Deuces.